Gotta name it something weeby instead. Neville.
Hello, everyone. Captain Crit here with people not part of an international rescue organization that doesn't exist. Brailiff and Coffee Lich. How are you two doing today?
I'm doing great.
I feel like this bit might be just confusing at this point.
It is. I just remembered only once I clicked the button to come over here that I was supposed to, because you know the YouTube has the phrase Captain Crit in it, and also one of my Twitter. I was like, well, you know, this is D&D. We don't rescue people in D&D. We kill people in D&D. So I was like, okay, I completely forgot to run this by you all before the stream. Not that we had a before stream conversation. That would be absurd.
I've never spoken to any of you people off stream.
Who are you?
I'm
I
Braylon.
tell that every day.
I'm just looking at it. Hi, Lightning.
And I'm Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Hello, Frank. Okay, so last time on Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, which I believe was 2 weeks ago at this point, would anyone like to recap? Who isn't me? I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So, yes, would anyone like to recap?
No.
I appreciate the honesty.
We can force him to do the recap.
If you both say no, I am forced to recap. It's like the teacher's like, if the teacher doesn't show up in 5 minutes, so if no one does the recap in 3 minutes, I have to legally do the recap.
If the teacher grades the test on a call and no one takes the test, they have to pass everybody.
Well,
okay, no recap. Good stream. See you guys in a couple weeks.
See y'all next time.
Join us on Wednesday for Dungeon of the Bad Mage.
Alright, we followed Tungsten Ward to the place whose actual name I don't remember.
I also don't know. It has been a little while. What is the name of this area again?
So apparently this area is referred to as, well, it's called, there's a city nearby that's called San Citadel, and then you're in a surrounding area, you know, near the city. You're specifically in the village of Milpazol right now, but the whole area is generally just named after the city, San Citadel.
Well, we showed up there, and we met Tungsten's friend, this cool skeleton lady. What was her name?
Her name is Rufina.
Yeah! And we talked about how it's criminal that she, of all characters, doesn't get cool art.
Or any art, actually.
And we stayed at her inn, and I think that's where we took a rest and called the session.
Yeah,
I don't remember if we received a mission. Oh yeah, we fought some, like, we fought some guards? Some, like, vigilantes when we came in? Bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said guards. I'm like, I don't know if they were sanctioned by this village. I would say terrorists, but they wouldn't call them that. So bounty hunters or vigilantes sounds good to me.
If they're terrorists, that makes them more likely to be the town guards.
Aha! True.
All cops are bastards. I'm making your stream down.
No, I said, actually, on Sunday, I said ACAB like multiple times because we actually, so on Sunday we played a game called AI The Somnium Files, and we play as like an investigator, like who works on a police force. So every time I would do something, I'm like, okay, well, ACAB, but this is my job. It was interesting.
I can't. Every time I walk past my parents watching some police procedural TV show now, I'm always just like, man, I just kind of can't look at these scenes without just blatant animosity at this point towards the characters. And anytime they go over to talk to a witness, I'm like, okay, well, this is like one very obvious propaganda with how antagonistic this potential suspect that they're talking to is. Two, why is this person talking to them without a lawyer?
Yeah, it's all cop propaganda.
Three, the cops are being like real assholes about like digging into this person's life as though they have like just any actual good reason to, and half the time it's like, oh no, we're just gonna like dig up all of your we're just gonna dig up all of your shit in the vague hope that it forwards this investigation, and then it's just like, no, you just aired out my dirty laundry without a fucking warrant. And now my life is destroyed. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, if they were realistic, they probably might not actually. You know, it's just some random person that they thought was like, it always works out that they got the right person for the job, right? It's like, oh, yes, this was the suspect. Aha, I knew it was good of me to break into their house with quote, unquote, break into the house as they flex some sort of like loophole and get in there.
Yeah, but by the end of the episode, they might get the right person, but they've also like terrorized like 6 other people on the way there. These shows would be very, very different if the random, like, bereaved lady who they're accusing of murder, they approach on the street and she just asks, am I under arrest? And then they say no, and then she just walks away without ever speaking to them again.
Am I
being would be detained? Very different. Am I being detained? No. Goodbye. Am I under arrest? Am I free to go?
Yeah, so don't worry. There is an ACAB quota that is yet to be met, so feel free to throw that in there. Especially because what was it on episode 3? Suchi and Marlo.
Freelance police.
Freelance police. Yes. Very relevant.
We get paid extra for being racist.
All right. Well, time to get paid, right? Perhaps, depending on this next person that you talk to, I'll go ahead and take us over to the map.
Love the transition from we get paid extra for being racist to, well, time to get paid, right? And I'm like, are you telling me that we're about to say racial slur?
I did not say we're getting paid extra. I'm just saying we're getting paid in general.
Gotcha.
Right. I'm going to try a new track. I have written my notes here that it is fitting for the situation. I have specifically, it says here, harp, happy strings, good for travel or cute NPC. And as we're about to interact with some NPCs, I'm probably going to give it a try, and we'll see how it goes and whether or not it's fitting. But welcome back to, let me scroll the camera into the correct location. You're at Rufina's Tavern, called a pulqueria, as it specializes in a local beverage called pulque. I'm just looking for this track.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can't read. I'm like looking because half of the playlist is in alphabetical order. Aha, I found it. Okay, here we go. Let's see how it sounds. Internet is so bad today. Okay. So after your long rest, I assume you all come back downstairs.
If I got it.
Okay. You come downstairs. Rufina is waiting for you, and she'll say, how did you all sleep?
Slept all right.
Like a rock.
Oh, right. Yes, rocks do sleep pretty well from what they've told me. Now to recap, what were y'all... Was there something... both out and in the character. What were you all in town about to? Were you looking for someone in particular? If you happen to remember. If not, I can go ahead and fill in the details there. But feel free to answer in or out of character.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Oh, now that you're up, what would you like to do?
Marlo will look around and say, "What are we doing here again?"
Well, Tungsten brought us with them to help their friend Rufina with whatever's been going on around here. Which we don't know yet.
Yes, the as a reminder, all the commoners, all the villagers around are being afflicted by an affliction called Sereno. As you can see that there are like some villagers huddled over here. You saw some more walking in over on this side. So there seems to be some sort of affliction going around. Also, the terrorists, or sorry, not terrorists, the bounty hunters that you all ousted from the village were looking for someone in particular called Paloma.
Right.
And actually, as you come downstairs, you will see a lady step out. Let's see. You see, yes, someone emerging from a door leading to the cellar. Bloop. You see that she is wrapped in a rebozo, and let me look up and see what a rebozo is. It's a long, flat garment, very similar to a shawl, worn mostly by women in in Mexico.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? It can be worn in various ways, usually folded or wrapped around the head and or upper body to shade them from sun, provide warmth, and most importantly, as an accessory to an outfit. So she'll step out of the cellar and she'll approach you all. She'll say, You must be the characters who ousted those criminals from our village. Am I correct?
That's us.
I mean, probably. Which specific criminals are we talking about?
The ones who
I assume they mean those bounty hunters.
Yes, this lady will say as much. The ones who were in town yesterday, who had set up shop and were looking specifically for someone named Paloma.
And yeah, that'd be us.
Well, thank you again for getting rid of that problem. I was wondering if you seem like you're competent people, if you could help us with our other problem, the Sereno that is afflicting our villagers.
Alright, we heard about that. Well, so far we have a knack for solving strange afflictions plaguing isolated villages, so we can probably figure something out.
So far, we have a 100% success rate of one village.
Ooh, 100% success rate, you say? Well, that is most promising to hear. Wait, you said one village, was it?
Don't worry about that part.
That's okay. We are also one village. So, when you say one village, it is reassuring to my ears, that's for sure.
I love how just like out of touch this person is with reality.
It's like we have a success rate of one single instance, n equals 1, and by scientific standards, that is horrific. And she'll say, 100% chance, good enough for me. One village? Why we're one village?
Exactly. Well, we don't need you to be able to successfully help 2 villages. We're only one village. A success rate of 1 is great.
So she'll actually step forward. Let me see if I can give you... Oh, I'm sorry. There's probably art in here for this particular character. Let me see. Player art handouts. Named NPCs. So
Paloma.
she'll actually say, "My name is Paloma."
Shocking.
What are your
You
names?
know, I kind of saw that coming.
I'm Palomo. I am Paloma's twin sibling. All right, this is Paloma. You can sense that actually, Paloma is a gnome. Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Panoma.
Aha! Aha! Well, you are. It is unlucky for you that I don't give inspiration for puns anymore.
Yeah, Marlo doesn't say it out loud, but he's thinking it.
What are your names? She'll say.
You can call me Marlo.
Zucchini the Amazing. I'm Squeak.
Ah, Marlo, Zucchini the Amazing, and Squeak. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I feel better about you being on the case already.
Well, do you have any ideas where we could start looking to try to fix this bizarre magical affliction that no one else has seemed to figure anything else out about?
Yes, I've got my ear to the ground. I have a network of connections, and I'm able to tell you a few additional things about this dreaded Sereno. So, the Sereno outbreak has killed many since it began a few months ago. Now, one night, while I and 3 of my allies were traveling, trying to determine the source of the outbreak, a strange owl revealed itself to be a terrible fiend. We were able to wound the fiend, but it escaped. Now, most regrettably, most unfortunately, 2 of my companions did die in the battle. The third, a druid named Lope, died of Sereno soon after. Lope had been researching the curse and believed the fiend that we saw was behind the spread. Now, according to Lope's research, it suggested that killing the fiend will end the curse for all those suffering from Sereno. Now, with this in mind, Sereno, Lope dying of a Sereno affliction shortly after we encountered the fiend disguised as an owl, some of my scouts have seen owls and strange figures going in and out of a mine near the supposedly abandoned mining town of Hollow. It's at this point that she and I both pause to catch our breath.
Did they call it Hollow because it's a mining town?
Before, when it was basically a mining town, it wasn't. You see, this town used to be called Pontezuela. It once thrived at the southern extent of the mountains known as the Silver Veins. But that all changed when the silver ore for which the range was named ran dry. Then folks started calling it Hollow for its exhausted resources. And discovery of monstrous bones in its depths inspired talk of the site being cursed. Nowadays, Hollow's the only name most people call the settlement, and it's mine, but both were abandoned many years ago, so it's most strange if things really are occurring in Hollow.
Gotta say, it sounds like it'd be really confusing for a town's name to just get changed based off of, like, random economical changes to it.
Birds have hollow bones.
Oh, that must explain why they're light enough to fly.
Yes, indeed.
Well, of course,
I assume what he's actually getting at is like the giant bones found in the mines are probably in some way connected to the owls. Giant hollow owl bones, maybe.
A valid theory.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I figured that's what you're putting down, but I didn't want her to I felt like it was more in character for her to answer with that particular response.
Yeah, it's fair.
Well, you saw the idea that owls, giant owls in the hole or something like that, you know?
It's always in character for me and all of my characters to be the obnoxious know-it-all.
So, if any place to start, I feel like that's a good place to start.
Sounds like a plan to me. How do we get there?
Why, let me give you directions to Hollow. It's about 14 miles away and about 4 miles north of the grand city of San Citadel. Now, be sure not to go at night, lest you suffer the fate of my comrades as well. And you see Rufina behind Paloma kind of nodding, as she did mention last session, upon your first visit to Sound, that if you were to go out traveling, be sure not to do it at night, lest you catch Sereno.
So that only happens when you're traveling at night.
So Rufina doesn't know for sure, but it seems to coincide. Let me see. Sereno. I will double check specifically when she would have brought not to travel at night. But I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Oh. Folks who have fallen ill speak of... Okay, so basically, Rufina mentioned before that the unfortunate villagers have caught Sereno, an ailment seemingly spread by bitterly cold winds. Folk who have fallen ill speak of those winds blowing mostly at night, and thus Rufina warns the characters against staying out after dark. So that's her working theory.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But yes, to recap, Paloma gives you directions to Hollow. It's 14 miles, so it's about half a day's journey for you. She says not to go at night. Convenient enough as you've just woken up from your long rest. And of course, that Hollow is 4 miles north of San Citadel.
Alright. Should we take the... Do we have the wagon? Or do we have to walk? It was an owl wagon, so I think we had to walk.
I think you did have to walk, yes.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a wagon here, so it is unfortunate, but... She'll say, be sure to feel free to ask around the town in case there's anyone else who might be able to give you additional information. But, of course, I wouldn't be asking you all to do this out of the goodness of your hearts. I'll be offering 100 gold per character for your assistance. And if you agree to investigate the mine and slay the fiend if you find it, I'll give you this. And she'll pull a ring off of her finger and hold it up, and she'll say, this is a ring of jumping.
What's it do?
That's a good question. Let me go up.
I have a guess.
Right. Would you like to give the guess as I pull it up on for myself?
I'm gonna guess it allows you to make a 15 to 20 foot standing jump without having to get a running start. Or it just triples your jump distance.
It's... While wearing this ring, you can cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but can target only yourself when you do so. And as you correctly predicted, the jump spell says you touch a creature, the creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. This does also require attunement and is uncommon.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would be tied to the jump spell in some way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, 100 gold seems to be our going rate, so, yeah, I'm down.
Excellent. I am happy to hear such young people picking up the cause. It really warms my heart as the leader of the revolutionaries here in the borderlands around San Citadel.
Oh, that explains the crimes line. What Suchi says out loud.
Oh, that explains. Suchi pulls up like the police monitor that holds up like the crimes when you look someone up. See, there's 15 crimes here, 2 of which you've been indicted for. We're gonna have to take you in.
I assume that's in some way tied to the AI game you were playing the other night.
Technically no, but it could work. It was a good time though.
I never actually established how old Suchi was. I'm gonna go decide on something. I'm gonna go decide on that.
Okay. Well, while you're deciding on that, I'm gonna have Paloma move to the side as she's finished her main conversation. I'm sure you could press her for more information, you know, more like basically the main conversational cutscene is finished. Like you've returned to your traditional gameplay. You can question her, you can question other people. You could clip through the wall, you know. What floor is yours?
Well, it might be a good idea for us to go around and try to speak to some other people, try to learn some more information. So far, all we know is that everyone who has come down, who's got down with the sickness, has talked about the winds that got them sick being most common at night. That's not a whole lot to go on, though, so maybe someone can think of some something more specific.
Yeah, we should ask around.
While you're asking around, what are your character levels again?
6.
6, thank you. Just looking up something. Okay. So as far as questioning people is concerned, you've got Rufina, you've got Paloma, you do have the other two dwarves in there. You could ask one of the commoners over here. I'll just let you know right off the bat, I'll show a little bit of my hand. There isn't a lot of questioning left to be done. You pretty much learned a lot of information. I'll let you know basically when you've talked to everyone you possibly could. Is there anyone in particular who catches your eye?
I was actually just gonna start talking to some commoners. People who actually have the illness would probably be the ones best to talk to about that illness.
Okay.
Yoink.
Right, you come across these commoners. They're supposed to be villagers, but the fact they use they're villagers, but you know, like I see the nameplate here that says commoners, so I automatically refer to them as commoners. It's kind of like I believe you might have run into this problem before when the boss's name is on like as there as a nameplate, and you accidentally refer to the boss whose name has not been revealed yet as their actual name. You're like, yes, and then Matt Mercer. I mean, Frederick over here, your long companion who would never betray you in any way. Oops, you know, it's like that kind of thing. So I just see the word commoner here, and I just automatically say it.
Of course.
So you approach one. They kind of like cough a little, and they look up at you, and they'll say, kind of weakly, "Hi, did you need something?"
Cough in solidarity. Yeah, we've been tasked with investigating the illness, and I was hoping to get a little bit more information so that we could have a better start at our investigation. Can you tell me anything about the days leading up to when you came down with this illness?
That's a good, important question that I should have anticipated. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
So this particular commenter will say, yes, my colleagues and I were traveling at night, and the winds were blowing oh so terribly. It was after traveling back. We were coming from the town of San Citadel to come back home, and almost all of us contracted Sereno. The only one of us who was left, what's the word, like untouched, was my friend Alberto, who is not out here. He's at X location, if you wanted to speak with him, if he's not out traveling. But he seems to shrug off such things. He seems a little bit better built to handle the cold, and so I feel like he just was better built to not contract Sereno.
Interesting. Alright. So you guys were specifically coming back from San Citadel.
That's correct.
If you don't mind my asking, are there any, to your knowledge, are there any cases of people who have gotten sick while they were still in a city? Or has it only been people who are out traveling who have gotten sick?
That's a good question. I can't think of anyone who contracted the disease while in a city.
Alright. Awesome, thank you. It's very helpful then. Do you know where I could find Alberto? If I could speak to him?
Yes, Alberto should be here, and she'll hand you a piece of paper, the little red X denoting his location on the same map. Just like...
Whenever it says where a place or a person is, they always have a little map handy.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, turn left at this street and then the second house is like, oh, here, you'll need to open this letter, and inside the letter is a piece of paper, and if you hold it up to the sun just right, it will point to the correct location. Why can't you just say it's the house next door? Ooh, letter, ooh.
Yeah, you show up at the place that the map leads you to, and it's just his house. It's just Alberto's house. He's at home.
I just realized, Lightning's character can use maps. It's like modded Skyrim quests. Where?
Yeah.
So, if you do modded quests in Skyrim, characters will not tell you where you need to go. They'll say something very generic about how they need your help, and they'll hand you a letter and say, you'll find the info here in this letter. And then you open up the letter, and it tells you where you need to go. Because they didn't want to get any voice acting for the mod, so they did it through text.
Ah, yes. Yes, I didn't want to hire the voice acting to tell them, oh yeah, it's over here. Interesting. All right. Yeah. I haven't even played Skyrim, and I am doing that. That's right. Okay, but yeah, she'll give you the map with the location so that I don't have to hire voice actors. But if you want to help me hire voice actors, stay tuned for when I activate affiliate status on here.
I guess we'll go follow the treasure map and find Alberto.
I like that. I like the implication that you're gonna hire voice actors, but we're doing live streams, so are they just like in your room standing behind you, and then you just like signal for one of them to come over and just hand them a piece of paper with their lines on it and like no information on like the scenario or the tone that they should be going for, you know, just like
real
video games.
Yeah. We strive for authenticity here, and yep, that'll be the case. I'll have them lean in, no context whatsoever. I'll also pay them as poorly as video game voice actors get paid.
I was gonna say.
The next time you include a joke about a falling rock, but you use a token for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You actually hire him to come in and just make, like, onomatopoeias for rocks falling down the stairs or whatever.
Love that.
Yes, you have to take out a loan to pay him.
That's a real D&D dream right there. It's not like, oh, you know, you're running a popular like podcast that airs every week. It's hiring Dwayne The Rock Johnson to do not specifically voice acting, but like what, like sounds, like full SFX for your game. That's a real dream.
Amazing. I think you need to get better dreams.
Don't worry, I've got my dreams, but if I say them out loud, then they won't come true.
Uh-huh.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, so you have your heading, you have your location. Would you like to head over there now?
Let's do it.
Okay, you arrive.
Man, how we get there though?
Oh, you would just walk over? It's like it's on this map, but it's like close enough that you can walk over, but there's no actual house that is keyed to his location. I was just gonna have you like walk up to a place. You'll see like I have photoshopped Alberto's house like right on top of the door. It looks like every other building, but that's all. There is no map switch or anything. I mean, if you want a specific building, I can come up. I mean, I can point one out, but.
But yeah, demand a specific building.
All right, let's see. You what for this specific building? If you zoom out and you look at the bottom left, you'll see a house with a what is this? It looks like a basket on top with a blue awning and like 3 rugs in front of it. I will actually move Tungsten Ward there now. This will be the location for Alberto's house.
Alright. FBI, open up.
I wish I had that like as a sound alert. People could. I know that some channels they have sound alerts as channel point redeems. So you could theoretically, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but you could theoretically have the FBI open up as channel point redeem, so people can redeem their channel points, and on stream it'll just go boom, 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 FBI open up. All right, the FBI has arrived here, and you see, you know, typical house. It says Alberto's house above it, like floating in the air. Would you like to approach the door?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, so you'll knock, and after some time, a big burly man will open the door, and he'll say, "Hello. Yes. Well, how can I help you?"
Are you Alberto?
That's me. I see you've heard of me. Here for an autograph, are you?
Maybe. But first, we have some questions for you.
Oh. I, as a celebrity myself, I do love me some questions. So, what have you got for me? How I got so strong? I'll let you know. I drink my milk. Be sure to drink your milk, children. Well, he looks you over.
So this guy's voiced by Patrick Warburton. Got it.
God, I wish.
Marlo will say, we hear you're one of the few people who's survived the cursed winds going on without being scathed too much. That's what happened, right?
Yes, that is what happened. Alberto did not contract Serrano, as far as he knows. Looks at the camera. That was me, yes. I was traveling with my companions back from San Citlan, and it is most unfortunate. The winds were very strong, and they all contracted Serrano. It's very sad. They have to spend all their time out in the sun, lest they become even more exhausted. And so that's why they spend all day out in the middle of town. I, fortunately, do not have to undergo such difficulties. I'm able to stay here in my home, but I would like for my friends to no longer be afflicted by Sereno. It is sad to see, honestly.
We're just trying to figure out what exactly it is about you that let you not contract. Is it just your natural constitution, or is there something more to it?
Well, if there's anything I can help you out with, I'm nice and big and strong, but there is also one additional event I saw that spooked me. Maybe this might have something to do with it, but there was a time before that I was riding by. Have you heard of Hollow?
Indeed, we have.
Once or twice?
Yes. I was riding by Hollow after dark, trying to get home, when I saw movement up by the old mine entrance. 2 gaunt figures were dragging some poor soul into the mine, had it wrapped up tight. They looked like twin death, they did. I'll never forget their hissing and their slithering, horrid tongues. As a mercy, the body they were dragging looked like it was already dead. I rode on, I tell you. I didn't look back. Maybe it's that encounter and getting spooked by, like maybe my body naturally knew to be on edge, to be more aware. It was scary, I tell you. Best beware you not end up like that body too.
Yeah, we'll just get like scaled shitless so bad that you become like
Immune.
proficient in Constitution saves.
So, out of character, I have a vague idea of what creatures those could have been. Would Marlowe have any idea based on that description?
That's a good question. Let me turn to that future page and find out. What? Tell me about Marlowe's life. Like, what has Marlowe been up to?
Well, he's not necessarily proficient in, like, religion or nature or history or any of that, but he has been around and seen his fair share of monsters and whatnot, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that he's run into whatever's in these mines.
Alright, in that case, feel free to give me a history check.
Alright, this is gonna go great.
First roll of the night. Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
Alright, Marlowe. Well, actually, Brailiff, what do you think these are?
Gaunt figure with like a long tongue. I'm thinking maybe a ghast or a ghoul or something.
It is really hard for me now to make a joke about that sentence you just made. Yes, you are correct in your assessment. It is one of those things.
Aha! Marlowe will then speak up and say, might have ran into something like those before. Sounds like some kind of ghoul or ghast, undead who can paralyze you with their touch.
Oh.
Which means, wait, that means that person probably wasn't dead yet.
Alberto has a horrified look on his face. Okay.
I don't think you needed to traumatize him again.
Did I say not dead? I mean, he was dead. It's too late. I'm a bad liar.
He looks horrified. He'll say, I don't think I'll be leaving this village anytime soon.
I traumatized a perfectly good villager is what I did. Oops.
Look at him. He's got anxiety now.
You see the status effect above him say, anxiety, like there's a plus next to it.
The darkest dungeon affliction. Really hammer home my -1 charisma.
Well, it's at this point Alberto probably doesn't have much else to ask or to answer for you. Anyone last questions for Alberto before he retreats to the comfort of his home and never emerges ever again?
Alberto adds anxious onto his character sheet's flaws section.
He has the piece of paper and pencil. He's writing it out right now, actually.
Well, you can rest well, Alberto. We're gonna find this mine and stop whatever's going on there. And if anyone is alive down there, we'll be sure to bring them back safe and sound.
He nods nervously and he'll say, "Right, yes, it would be nice if they're safe, alive." He like smiles, a nervous smile to himself. But yeah, that's all he's got.
You messed that guy up, but good, Marla.
I'm not actually gonna say it, but I was just thinking, like, don't worry, they don't usually kill people. They just, torture them agonizingly over the course of weeks or whatever. So we got plenty of time to save them.
We have at least 21 days to act. They'll be fine.
How long does it take a human to starve to death? Like a month, right? Yeah, we got time.
You know what? I'm not sure actually. I'll believe you. This has been Fun Facts with Braylif.
You can live without most of your organs for like days at least. So
Both Alberto and I are squinting at you at the divulging of this information. How do you know
anyway,
so
none of
much?
these things are in character.
Yeah, I figured.
Lightning's response to the human can live without most of its organs for days is immediate suspicion. My response is immediately to look up black market prices.
Oh, right. Yeah, because each organ is worth a lot.
Like, I only need one kidney, right? How much can I get for the other one? I got debt to pay off.
Tungsten Ward chimes in with the exact pricing of everything. Yes, according to the Song of Awakening.
Song of Awakening. This is the price of your organs.
I can't believe there's an entire verse in the Song of Awakening dedicated to the prices of internal organs.
Yep.
They're like, oh, who put this in the Song of Awakening? And then Tungsten mentions that what's the name of that kid who died?
Ollie?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Cully put that in. When did Cully put that in? Before or after he drowned as a child?
It was notably before. We took the opportunity when he died to replace his verse with the verse about his death.
Yes, this is an older version of the Song of Awakening that not very many people know about. Only true believers, Bieber, what are the Justin Bieber fans called?
Libos.
Yeah, only true believers know about the original lyrics of the Song of Awakening.
Amazing.
All right, that's it for his conversation cycle. Also, the commoners also don't have any additional conversation cycles on them. The only person who would really have anything else is Paloma herself. Otherwise, you all are free to leave the city and head straight for Hollow if you so desire. Again, half a day's journey, 14 miles away.
I think we're good. I guess in retrospect, maybe we could have done some sort of like medicine check to spot any differences between Alberto and the afflicted. Not that I'm proficient in medicine at all, but
I mean,
It's actually just that he's the paladin and is immune to disease.
and he doesn't know about it. He's a paladin, just doesn't know who his god is, or even if God's. Yeah. He's taking an oath.
Isn't necessary to be a paladin.
Yeah, it's not like a vital component or anything like that.
Not anymore.
Yeah, because you just need, what is it, the correct charisma score, whatever it is?
Yep. Well, I mean, you don't even. The only thing they don't do class requirements in D&D anymore. They don't like requirements to be a class like there used to be. Now you just pick the class and then you gotta stick with the mechanics of it.
That's interesting, right? Because you actually do need a particular. There are multi-class requirements, which means you could totally tank your required scores for Paladin. It's your starting class, I imagine. Let me see. I'm curious. Paladin, All right. You must have a charisma score and a strength score of 13 or higher in order to multiclass in or out of this class, but it doesn't seem to require it when you register for the class to start. So, hey. Yeah, he's a paladin with a charisma of -1, just like Marlon does. But yeah, you can still do that medicine check if you want.
Sure, I can try. It's not
Yeah.
gonna go that well.
You technically
what the
haven't
hell?
left, like... Okay, 12.
Yippee!
Well, I'm going to say your existing theories still stand. There's nothing about him that seems out of the ordinary. It doesn't look like he's wearing like a periapt of health or that he's a paladin. You see like there's a shield and sword off to the side with a holy symbol on each of them. It's like, where'd you get that? Oh, Amazon.com. Hashtag, well, we are on Twitch, so I was going to say hashtag not sponsored, but we're kind of sponsored. If that makes sense. We're on Twitch, which is
that was like, I thought that was like literally the thing that made it so that you might not be able to get affiliate.
Yes. But yeah, there's no paladin stuff anywhere. So yeah, your theories still stand. I have no additional information to divulge to Marlo at this time.
Alright, well then I guess we'll probably head out then.
Okay. Tungsten Ward will of course stay behind to tend to the villagers. Try their best to keep them well and not dead, as Alberto is now terrified of happening to him. Does anyone need a break before I take you all to your journey map?
Yeah, I'd like to go quick, use the bathroom.
All right. I will also take a similar break, and we'll be right back.
back.
Welcome back.
No. Lightning isn't back yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Now. Yeah, see you next month. I see you on Wednesday. Yeah, I think we're all back.
All right, and we are back. You all are about to head out for Hollow, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
Correct.
Okay, then I will go ahead and start your journey. I'll go ahead and take you over to this next map right now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Before I take you to the next map, let's see, who would probably tell you? Rufina will alert you to some additional information.
Mhm.
He'll say, well, stay safe out there. Again, don't travel at night. And be on the lookout. There are winged enemies that like to harass travelers. And there are also these strange creatures who like to descend from the mountains to raid farmsteads. So keep a sharp eye out.
Good to know, thanks.
Right, I'll take you over then. You'll find yourselves on the bottom left of the map. As you are leaving the town, you'll want to head north and then west. So if you look at the very top of the map eventually, there's like a little passageway. Yep, that's your heading. That's your intended location. Feel free to traverse the map. If you can.
Accidentally just immediately lodged myself underneath Molo's token. So we're heading up here?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. You know, Molo, if these are ghouls or ghasts, I've never known them to create long-term diseases among their victims.
Yeah, me neither. Usually it's just the immediate paralysis or whatever, and then they get you. So, curious about this myself.
As you all are walking, you'll actually see a winged creature alight upon one of the bones up ahead. It eyes you suspiciously.
What's it look like?
Let me see if I have a good description here. It looks like it has the body and wings of a bird of prey, whilst also having the head of a stag. So you'll see, like, what look to be, I don't know if this is the correct term, but antlers sprouting from its head.
Ah, boys, we gotta fight Peritons.
Well, at least it's not the giant one.
Oh, these ones actors, though.
No, as far as you can tell, they do not look like the Periton actors from the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign that we did.
Nor the giant one from Ghost of Saltmarsh. Got it.
Wherever we go, we find these things.
Yeah, I have never encountered them in anything, and then suddenly we have them in like 3 campaigns,
Right?
back. I mean, it's cool. I'm down for it.
Alright, as Marlowe steps up closer, you'll actually see a second creature alighting on a different mount, a different perch over there to the side.
Huh. Wait, have we seen these two? Let's see. Zoom in. Wait, that also just looks like a Ferryton.
Yeah, they're both Peritons. You got multiple tokens, which doesn't bode super great. Oh gods, when we were told about winged creatures, I wasn't expecting this.
Alright, as Marlowe steps there, it's at that point I'd like to ask you all to roll initiative. The first combat of the session tonight, yes.
So these things look hostile now.
They do look hostile, yes.
Periton is always hostile.
Alright, let me get these initiatives in and we'll get started. Oh. Let me, edit. Alright, they raise their wings menacingly. Marlowe, though, you are fortunately fast enough to act first. They are perched about 30 feet up. What would you like to do?
I think Marlowe's gonna whip out his hand crossbow and try and take a shot at the closer one.
Okay.
Which I think is just outside of his short range, so it'll be at disadvantage. But let's see what happens.
What is the crossbow range again?
Hand crossbow is 30 to 100 to 1.
Well, fortunately for you, even at disadvantage, you're able to, as Coffee Lich says, find purchase, I believe is a phrase you use that I've never used before.
Mm-hmm. And thanks to my lucky shot feature, the shot being at disadvantage gives me sneak attack.
Whoa! Why'd you just completely obliterate this thing in one shot? That is a hefty amount of damage. I will do some quick off-the-cuff math here, and it is looking bad. Anything else from you?
Marlowe will then take one step closer and end his turn.
Okay. Next up is the Periton to the right. It will actually fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. It will perch on here and hold an action. We'll use the grenade for that, for no particular reason. Sushi, you're up.
Alright. So these things are 30 feet up when they're perched up here, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Works for me. and that thing is pretty close. So, Tsuchi is going to... I'm going to play it safe with a simple attack. I'm going to blast it with Ray of Frost. I'm going to miss it with Ray of Frost.
That is unfortunate.
Well, Tsuchi aims his wand at the monstrous ball and blasts out a beam of ice and just completely fucking like, just completely like, not even fucking close. But then as my bonus action, I'm gonna have Squeak move up heal and make full attack. Magical Strokes. Does a 14 hit?
I believe a 14 will hit, yes.
Let me show you how it's done, Tsuchi. She just like pulls out her wand and goes, Magic Spokes! A bunch of little tiny yellow stars form at the end of her wand and then fly at the Peloton, battling it for 6 force damage.
Nice. That's a solid hit. I've gone ahead and applied the damage. Anything else from you two?
That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Alright, the Peryton over there that Marlowe attacked is going to take its turn now. It's going to fly towards Marlowe. It's going to fly up at first and then swoop down. So 5, 10, 15, 25. And it will attempt to strike you with its multi-attack.
I have to ask.
Yes.
Anything notable about the creature as it flies up in the air? Maybe about its shadow by any chance?
Its shadow? What do you mean?
One of my favorite things about Pelotons is that their shadow does not represent what they actually look like. Their shadows are all in the shape of a human man.
Interesting.
They have an ability that reflects it, I believe, called shadow or something along those lines.
Huh.
Maybe some of them. Maybe it's only some of them that do. I love Pelotons. They have very interesting lore. One of my favorite monsters by far in D&D.
Let's see.
I was very excited when I got to run it for you guys. I mean, that encounter was the thing that made me love Pelotons so much, because I was like, what is this fucking thing? And I ended up looking up information on all this cool lore stuff, and I'm like, these things are fucking sick.
Damn. I see. Yeah, I'm looking over the bio and info now, and while I don't see that particular shadow aspect, I do see some interesting, like, general lore about the, the first Peryton apparently, and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
It's possible that they don't include that in previous edition, in Colin editions. Might have been a previous edition detail. There's a lot of D&D that works like that. Previous detail is just getting like lost over time because it's just like too much lore to shove into the book.
Alright. Well, at this point, it will go ahead and start its first part of its gore attack. 21, I believe, will hit on Marlowe.
Yep.
Alright, it will also activate the ability Dive Attack.
Oh.
I think I'll just have to roll that manually.
Fucking sick. I think I'll use my good old uncanny dodge on that one.
Alright, dropping it from, I believe, 23 to 11 total.
Yeah.
Alright.
Whew.
It will then do the second part of its multi-attack, which I believe does not benefit from the dive attack, from as far as I can tell.
Bah. Hits.
Alright.
Alright.
And that is the end of its turn. We're at the top of initiative, so Marlowe is up.
Alright, well now that the thing's in my face, Marlowe's gonna pull out his wooden sword, plant his feet with a steady aim, and take a swing at it, or take a stab at it. Let's see what happens. It'll be a 20.
All right. Since you readied yourself for this 20, the 20 will hit. That is enough to finish it off completely, if you wanted to describe for that one.
All right. Let's see. As the bird is assailing Marlowe, he's going to pull out his sword and kind of just close his eyes and flail his sword around, and then when he opens his eyes, he's somehow managed to stab it perfectly through the heart.
Nice. I assume they have a heart. I'm not fully familiar with Peritons yet, but
I believe they do, but that's hilariously ironic nonetheless.
And since I don't have my bonus action or movement anymore, that'll be the end of my turn.
all right. As your turn finishes up, you'll see that the Periton over there that was holding his action will kind of like... It will like flap its wings in place, but then like quickly bring it to a close and kind of like settle in and curl up for a bit. And you see some sparkles appear on this particular Periton. And it seems that the singed portions of it from the stars from Squeak's attack are no longer there.
Regeneration.
And
That's weird.
it's at this point that Periton over there is going to take its turn. It's going to fly up just a little bit and then dive down towards Suchi, making its own multi-attack, starting with its Gore attack with a 22 to hit.
Ah, that sucks. Yep, that hits.
Is it just one above your shield range?
No, it's 2 above. If I use shield, my AC goes up to 20, so it would need to roll 19 or lower.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So it's a total of 19 piercing damage to you.
Ow, my most of me. That's exactly half of my health.
And it will go ahead and follow that up. Like after it's dived down, it will complete its forward somersault and strike downwards with its talons. For a
Thank God
14,
that
which
one
misses. All right. With that turn complete, it is time for Suchi and Squeak to act.
God's above that heart. Alright, give me a sec.
Of course.
So to be clear, this thing's at full health again?
This thing is at full health again, yes, as far as you can tell. Basically, I assume you're going to use like Toll the Dead or something, but I'll let you know based on you being right up next to it that it does look like it hasn't taken any damage at all.
Yeah. I'm considering my options, and I was considering using Toll the Dead. I just needed to know if it is
Sure.
injured or not. I have different buttons for that, so.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like this might not be the most effective move, but whatever. I'm going to use Boning Hands.
Okay.
I'm going to not use Boning Hands, evidently. There we go.
All right. What's the save on this?
DC 15 for Dexterity.
All right. So let me hit save, dexterity, and it looks like it fails.
Thank God. Suchi's going to stumble backwards, and from the impact of the forest hit, and then just while he gets his bearing, puts his thumbs together and shouts, "Boning hands!" And then a bunch of fire like jets out of his fingertips, blasting the Peryton.
Right, blasts it straight on. It takes the full blow of this attack, and it's that 9 up there, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
9 damage.
I'll go ahead and apply that now. It like flaps its wings, trying to get the rest of the fire away from it, and it is still threateningly looking at your party. But yeah, successful hit. I've applied the damage. Back to you.
Thinking about what to do with Squeak. I technically got an interesting option that might be beneficial here. I'm not sure. I guess I can technically use my bonus action to command or to do anything. It doesn't require any extra actions or anything, so that's neat. Cool. After watching Suchi get his shit wrecked and respond with that blast with that jet of flame, Squeak is going to call out to Suchi, "Switch!" And then as a with my bonus action, Suchi and Squeak trade places.
That is so cool. I'm excited to see that live. That was nice.
Badass.
So right after, so immediately after Squeak calls that out, there is a very theatrical puff of smoke at both of their locations, and when the smoke clears, they have traded places. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right, Marlo, you're up. You've just stabbed this Peryton straight through the heart. You'll see that another one has dove at your ally, and actually, wait, was it that ally that? Looks like the order of combatants in this battle, at least like from your distance, is a little different. But yeah, you're up.
Well, I don't know what just happened. Marlo's gonna run over here, flank with the Squeaks in order to gain advantage, and he's gonna go for another stab.
All right,
It's a 16 hit.
a 16 is enough to hit.
Ha!
Wow, that is exactly the amount of health it had. If you'd like to take it away.
I can't remember if I made this joke already, but I'm gonna make it again because Marlo would have forgotten too. He's gonna kind of poke the Peryton on the back and be like, "Hey, buddy, you stay away from my friend and stop hurting people." But then he realizes he's been poking it with his lobster claw and just like stabbing it through the back. So then it falls over dead.
All right, remind me not to open the door when Marlo is soliciting. Whether you're wearing Mormon outfits or Girl Scout costume, I just don't want you tapping me on the back or shoulder or any. Just stay away from me.
He keeps knocking on the door after it's open. Stab, stab, stab.
And with that, the threat is over. You do not see any other additional winged creatures around.
Something about the fact that Molo just kind of keeps accidentally killing things just makes the death so much more horrific.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what he's doing. You're taking lives for people. You're robbing them of their existence.
Marlo will survey his handiwork and just go, let that be a lesson to you.
Scare me sometimes, Molo. Suchi says, holding all of his insides inside.
I am scarily effective, he poses proudly.
Yeah.
Going to imagine these wild beasts don't have much in the way of loot on them.
That is correct. But speaking of Suchi holding his insides inside, you can feel free to, if you would like, go back to town, take a short rest before continuing on with your journey.
I'm down with that.
And
Asshole, and have no ability to heal.
yeah. Plus, I'm not gonna. Well, of course, I'm not gonna take you back to the town. Just feel free to perform your short rest. Like, I'm not gonna take you back on the map, but let's just say you technically went back, and feel free to heal up.
Okay.
Sweet, max health.
All right. And is that it for healing on both your? All right.
Well, not max, but good enough.
Mm-hmm. You all look to be in pretty much tip-top shape for the most part. You can easily make your way back to this particular location unscathed if you would like to continue your travels.
We can make it back to this specific location and rearrange ourselves in this exact way again. Oh God.
Boy, that sure was restful. That trip back to town was very eventful.
Oh man. Oh yeah. When Rufina told us about winged creatures, I was not expecting paratons. That does not bode well for this area. They don't just have predators in the area. They have monstrosities.
All right, now that you've arrived at this location,
All initiative.
go ahead and transition you to the next map. You'll find yourself specifically on the right side of the map, I believe. Oh, bottom right side of the map. Wow, it is sure taking my other screen a while to load this in, but
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. There we go.
it's the real enemy, poor internet. I'm sure it will come to eventually.
Still loading, huh?
Huh. Well. Huh. Let me,
What's loading?
for the camera, it's still loading the map. Let me, put this under, and I'm gonna reload Roll20 for the camera. Welp. I have it up. It is still taking a while. Well, I'm probably gonna... I'm cool with continued traversal of this map. I'm sure it'll eventually all load.
Canceling my subscription.
Like, my other window is completely fine. Load it in. I don't know what's giving this one so much trouble.
Yeah. No idea.
Hmm.
Budget cuts, man.
Oh, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. I was gonna make a joke about how I should be spending the voice actor budget on something. I don't know.
Battle internet.
Man, I hate
Spend the voice actor's collective annual budget on a single Ethernet cord.
All right. Well, now that you're here, feel free to make your way forward. It feels in these canyons, it does feel a little unsettling. You'll sometimes hear flapping, ominous flapping coming from some unknown location. Marlo, as you step into this particular room, you give me an active perception check.
Alright, just a second. Antivirus just popped off for some reason. That's no good. Anyway.
All right, let me give you the location you're supposed to be headed. You're supposed to be
I'm gonna reset this browser.
Okay. Your heading on this particular map is the very top side of the map.
We're heading as north as possible then.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works. Yeah, ABG was just blasting me with a bunch of identical alerts.
What is
I
that?
just
Like
closed
a vast guard or something?
Is it fast?
I don't know. I
Is that what ABG stands
Because
for?
I heard you say ABG, which in my circle stands for Asian Baby Girl, so I had no idea what you were talking about.
Why in the hell do you have a dedicated acronym for that?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
On hand?
It's not my acronym.
And it's not a vast. It stands for antivirus guard.
Antivirus guard.
Once I zoom
Asian
back into
vampire
100%. Alright, now with that perception check. Yeah!
Wow, an 18's pretty good. Okay, you'll hear some. Sounds like
It matches your passive perception.
That's what happens when you roll 10.
true. Okay. You'll hear some distant trudging through the sand.
We'll point out this trudging to the rest of the party. What direction does it seem to be coming from? Or am I too far away for that?
It seems to be coming from the north-northwest direction.
Okay. Well, maybe we can go around it. It's coming from the northwest. Perhaps we should go this way.
Oh, I never get used to deserts. It's so much hotter up here. There's a lot wrong with the Underdark, but at least it's nice and cool.
As you come around this corner, you'll actually see a sleeping Periton.
Milo will hold up his finger in a shh motion. And I guess we'll try and sneak by.
All right, as you're sneaking by, I'd like a stealth check from all three of you.
Uh-oh.
Rolled a 2, so it's a 13. Doing perfectly mediocre.
It's almost like I am not designed for stealth or something.
All right, I'm gonna roll this at disadvantage. Woo! Okay. The Periton will kind of ruffle its feathers a little bit, but it seems to be doesn't seem to be waking up.
Gonna keep on sneaking then.
I don't like being that guy, but it might genuinely be a service to the community for us to kill that thing.
If you want to risk another dive bomb, we can fight it.
I'm more concerned about there being others in the area that'll be alerted to it.
Well, I could potentially take it out with one shot if I get a good whack on it. You want me to try?
How good is your crossbow?
Pretty good. But I'm using it.
Yeah, I'd say go for it.
Alright. I was gonna line up a shot. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe sleeping counts as incapacitated.
Right, you would have advantage.
Now, would it auto crit? Hold on. Look this up.
I think only melee attacks auto crit incapacitated things.
And I assume this guy's pretty high up, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say 30 feet up.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, if I were within melee, it would be an auto crit. Well, fuck it then. I'll just try and take a shot. Let's see, advantage. Ha!
Alright.
Ooh!
Oh my lord, what is this? The second lowest? Oh.
What is this garbage?
Alright, and with that particular shot, I will go ahead and start combat once again and ask for initiative from you all. Let me get this order right.
Damn it.
Well, good thing for you all that it rolled poorly on its initiative. You know, it is just waking up after getting shot in the butt with a crossbow bolt. So, Suchi, I'll let you go first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't like that. I know you're done rolling the initiative. You can stop.
I am done, actually.
No, I don't believe you. Going to run up and cat. Suchi, seeing that the Peloton did survive the initial attack, very quickly pushes his way past Squeak and Lolo. knocks off his hat very rapidly with no showmanship, reaches in, pulls out a silver bell, and rings it once and casts Toll the Dead. Oof. That is a DC 15 Wisdom save from the Periton.
Thank you.
That's 3 7 damage rolls in a row, so I say that we just instantly kill it for that luck.
Well, it does fail, so it does at least take the 7 damage.
All right, I've applied all of it. It is below half health now.
Unfortunate.
And it's still up. It kind of like turns towards you and screeches.
Level 6, right?
I believe so.
Okay, yes, the Toll the Dead. Okay. By default, Toll the Dead is 1d8 or 1d6. It has already gone up on. Gosh. I was just losing track of like, wait, what is my damage supposed to be? Isn't it supposed to be 3d8 or something? But no, not yet. So the monster is still alive, and Suchi is still looking desperate. Calls over Squeak to try to finish it off. Gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she's gonna. This thing is just 30 feet up. You said.
Yes.
Gonna try to fire off magical sparks at it. With an 18.
Okay, an 18 will hit.
That's another 7 force damage to it.
All right, I'll go ahead and mark it as below a quarter. It is
come
a
on.
hardy creature.
Damn it. Well, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Unfortunate. Marlo, you're up.
Alright, Marlo will take a knee to steady his aim and fling his Beam Slayer blade at the Periton. And deal that much damage to it, which is what I was hoping to do with the first attack.
Oh my gosh, 24, 31, 35. Oh yeah, see? Yeah, that would have instantly killed it if it weren't for, Alright, so I'll go ahead and remove that from the initiative. If you want to describe how you're, slaying this particular Periton.
Marlo will throw the blade, which will embed it, which will hit the Periton's legs and knock it off the cliff. And as it falls to the ground, a chunk of the cliffside just breaks off and just falls on it, crushes it.
Nice. Using the environment. I dig it. Alright. Anything else from Marlo?
I will retrieve my blade. 15. And then take a swift exit. 30, and then I guess. No, wait, no, I can't move. I use steady aim. Never mind. So I'll just stay here.
Okay. Then I will end your turn, and let's go. You see emerging from right behind you is a large creature with 2 heads.
Oh gods.
Oh shit.
But one head has its eyes closed. It only has one head with its eyes open. It will see you all and hold an action. Suchi, you're up. We're back at the top of initiative.
Marlo's just gonna laugh. We could have avoided this.
You could have.
Oh god, this isn't good. Suchi frantically forms up a mote of fire in the palm of his hand with his wand and flings it over at the space next to the Etten and casts Flaming Sphere. Right here.
Okay. Let me pull out the sphere. Can you ping again where you wanted it?
Right there.
Okay. Let me go ahead and give you the power to control it.
Thank you.
Alright, you should be able to control it now. And let me get that save for you. I just have to make sure that it shows up to everyone. Spell save DC 15 is a dexterity saving throw, so let's do that. It does succeed, but that means it'll still take half of the damage.
Correct. So that's 3 whole fire damage. Another goddamn 7.
Alright, I've applied the fire damage to the foe that you are fighting with the 2 heads. I'll also put this indicator on you to show that you're concentrating. Alright.
And Squeak is just going to be taking the dodge action for a little while because I had to use my bonus action to move the firewall.
Okay.
Or Flaming Sphere.
Right. Makes sense. Alright, Marlo, I'll take it over to you.
Alright, well. Marl doesn't necessarily want to get close to this thing, so he's going to pull out his crossbow and take a knee and fire a shot at it.
21 will hit.
Another shitty sneak attack roll, but damage is damage.
Okay. I will apply that.
And I think I'll end it there.
Okay. Then it is the start of this creature's turn. Let me see. Flaming Sphere. End its turn. Quick question. Would you happen to know if he can still traverse this particular space?
With the Flaming Sphere, I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure, yeah.
It sees you all down there, but it's actually going to leave. And it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can't see what it's doing after this, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm also going to do this. Sushi, you're up.
Man.
Technically, you can move the sphere around the corner, right?
I think I technically have to be able to see where I'm moving it. My character has no idea what's on the other side of that.
True. But, because it doesn't say you can move the sphere up to 30 feet to a spot you can see, but maybe that's implied with spells, I don't know.
Let me see. I can probably move it there and let you do it. I don't direct it. I'm cool with you moving it there. Theoretically, you know, like to the best of your ability, not knowing that technically knowing the terrain as a character. Okay. So this is actually a good way for you to kind of tell what's going on the other side, because since it stops moving this turn, if it rams into a creature. To stop it actually up here.
Oh, okay.
So as far as you can tell, it actually has not moved much. I'll go ahead and make the dexterity save right now. 'Cause I assume since you're directing it, it would have to make the save if you run into it. You ran the speed? No. It fails the save if you like to deal some damage. Oh boy. Alright, I've applied the damage. With your bonus action complete, what would you like to do?
5, 6. I'm gonna move up here,
Okay.
and technically can't even tell Squeak to move, I don't think. You can only really dodge. It's gonna be the end of my turn then.
Alright, Marlo, you're up.
All right, Marlo is gonna go. 5, 10. I guess that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna take the dodge action. And go 30. No rocks get thrown at my head yet. And if they don't, I will use a bonus action to dash and go 5. Ah!
You see the creature kind of like holding its weapon up high. Yeah, that's what you see. Yeah, it looks like it's wielding a morning star.
I see. Well, I've already dashed, so just go 10, 15, and I'll end my turn there.
All right. This creature is up and it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and is going to attempt to strike you with its Morning Star.
Yeah, it hits.
All right, it will attempt to deal 14 piercing damage. Anything from you before it ends its turn?
Might as well have that.
Okay. What is it, the uncanny dodge for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't, you don't collect the full force of the blow, but you can sense it was a strong blow. Suchi and Squeak, you're up.
So Stoto's going to move this thing up here and buff the guy with the steel.
All right, it rolls a 0.
Another 7 whole fire damage.
All right, I've applied the fire damage.
And I'm gonna blast it with a. I'm gonna try to hit it with the Toll of the Dead. A DC 15 Wisdom save. My rolls are not great tonight.
It fails to save, taking the full damage.
Ding dong, bitch. It's gonna be the end of my turn then.
All right. Sorry, anything from Squeak?
She can only dodge.
Oh, right, because you moved the sphere. Okay, Marlo, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Marlo will, given that he doesn't have any allies nearby, will steady his aim and attempt to. You know what? He'll try an unarmed strike against this guy.
Right, 24 will hit.
21 fire damage.
Oh, because that's what mutation you rolled today, right?
Mm-hmm. As his head hole suddenly just belches forth a cloud of fire that scorches the giant. I assume this is. Right, that's what they're called.
All right, it takes the full brunt of the blow. It looks actually quite angry. Both heads are awake now, and they're looking at you with ill intent.
Uh-oh. And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. It is the Ettin's turn. It will bellow in rage and activate a multi-attack. First, it will strike you with a battle axe. It will miss completely. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to update latest Nat 20 because I believe it was Marlowe. Next up, the Etten will swing with the Morningstar. 25 to hit for 13 attempted piercing damage.
Yep, I will also have that.
Okay. And with that, Suchi and perhaps Squeak, you're up. Oh, it ended his turn. Let me make this dex save from it, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, actually.
All right, it does fail. Feel free to roll damage. Ooh, that's good. Actually, that's enough to bring it below a quarter.
It occurs to me, it started its last tone next to it as well.
It actually started it right here.
Oh? I thought I bumped the fireball into it all the way.
You did. Basically, it moved. It ended its turn before.
You take the damage based on where you start your.
It's where you end your turn.
Is it?
For Flaming Sphere, I believe.
Oh yeah, when you don't. Any creature that ends its turn. Interesting. That's so weird. Alright. Okay, well then. Now that we're on Suchi's turn. Here's an interesting one. Nope, that's consecration. Can't do that right now. Yeah, might as well just keep up with the easy stuff. Wham this into him for the damage.
All right.
Oh,
It does succeed.
takes 5 fire damage then. That's so unfortunate. It's the best damage roll I've had all night.
All right, I've applied the
And-
damage.
And I will toll the dead him again.
Ooh, okay. Let's see.
Necrotic. At a... Thank God.
Does fail.
Take 15 necrotic damage.
Okay, it is heaving heavily. It is barely up.
And it's going to be the end of Suchi's turn.
Okay. Well, Marlo, I'll take it over to you.
Alright, I'm going to try another crossbow shot with steady aim first. Yep. Another probably redundant crit, I imagine.
Another what?
Probably redundant crit.
Yes, it had 2 health left. If you'd like to take it away.
Marlowe attempts to pull out a... Oh, actually, I forgot it was in melee range. Like, my screen didn't update for a second, and suddenly it was next to me, so it probably would have been a melee attack. But, anyway. It
right.
would have killed it anyway.
You steady aim will gold this.
What?
You steady aim, then it...
True.
It'd be a straight roll anyway.
Oh, yeah. So he pulls out a crossbow and attempts to shoot this guy at point blank. But what he doesn't realize is he's accidentally loaded the Beanslayer blade into the crossbow. So the shot goes wide and the blade bounces off the rocks and shit, but then finds its way in the back of the head of one of the giants. Or one of the heads, rather.
Okay. I'll allow it. Because, technically, were you able to... Because if you remember that turn you attempted to retrieve the Beanslayer blade, you weren't actually allowed to move because you steady aimed. Did you retrieve it before you head back over?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't. So it would have just been a regular dagger. because I did buy some more of those when I was in town.
Unless the Bean Slayer plate magically found its way back to... Okay, regular dagger.
Alright, I'll write that down, that it's magical.
But the Etten is no more.
Oh yeah, we're out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look, 2 new awesome weapons for us to use, and Marlo goes over and attempts to lift the gargantuan fucking Morning Star.
Well,
Squeak picks up the Bean Slayer blade. Also, I'm dismissing the flaming sphere, so we're not going to be taking damage from it.
All right. The Morning Star is a little heavy for Marlo. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I'll be able to sneak attack correctly with this. Maybe I'll just leave it here.
Mm-hmm. Here's your knife, by the way, Marlo.
Oh, thank you. Served me well so far. Is there anything else on the Etten besides its oversized weapons?
Can you actually give me an investigation check?
Nope.
You do find some maybe a pouch full of various plants. Think like component pouch, but only with plant life. Other than that, you don't find much else on this creature.
Interesting. Alright, component pouch.
Alright, anything else from you all before I take you to the next map?
I think I'm good, unless Sucho wanted to examine the body.
Right.
Yeah, I get so.
Alright, go ahead and give me an investigation check as well. Ooh.
Just barely one above my passive investigation.
Okay. Actually, it's strange that Marlo missed this, considering the fact that Marlo has at least 2 or 3 eyes. But it does have, like, wrapped up in a canvas, just some additional weapons that are more appropriately sized, like a pitchfork and a sickle and a shovel and a hoe.
These don't sound like weapons. Sound more like foaming implements.
Well, we got room for them in the haversack, so I'll probably take those.
Okay.
Let's see.
Take the canvas.
Sickle, shovel, pitchfork, and hoe.
Half of the 7 dwarves from the upcoming Snow White module.
Alright. See, what is the sick? Let's see. And I assume these are not magical.
As far as you can tell, they seem to be non-magical.
Mm-hmm.
I could identify them later if you want.
Yeah.
We're tempted anyway.
Let's see, so I assume sickle has stats. Pitchfork is probably a trident. Do the shovel and hoe have stats? Or are they just considered improvised weapons?
I'd probably give them stats of some sort, just like for the shovel be, depending on how you use it, I guess bludgeoning instead of I'm not exactly sure. We can burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry for dragging you into that fight, Molo. Look, peritons are stupidly dangerous. They're not just wild animals, they're monsters. These things actively hunt down humanoids specifically. Like, this isn't... Leaving one alive isn't just a matter of leaving a predator intact. It is an active, willful harming creature. Is an actively, willfully dangerous creature to the people in the area.
Yeah, right. And I mean, this giant probably wasn't doing any favors for anyone, so it's probably for the best we took care of them. Imagine having two heads. What a freak. This had whole laughs.
All right, let me just write this down for my benefit. This was around the 2 hour and 5 minute mark, so I can. I'm sorry. I find that highly amusing.
Both Suchi and Squeak just kind of look at Molo after he says that.
He smiles back at them.
They blink in unison.
Does anyone need a break before the next area?
I'll use the bathroom.
Okay. Well, then I'll have us be right back. Very shortly.
I'll also use your bathroom real quick. Chump, lock you out.
return. Sweet.
All right, and we are back. I'll go ahead and take you all. I'll give you a little bit of description for this next area, actually. Before I take you over on the map. So, according to the directions you have, you are now approaching Hollow. A decrepit town spreads out along the road ahead, its weathered shacks creaking in the wind. A dozen or so armed figures move in and out of the structures, which appear long abandoned. An opulent coach, looking distinctly out of place, is parked amid the buildings with its curtains drawn. It's at this point that I will go ahead and take you over to this map, and I hope you all can see. You'll find yourselves on the right side of this particular map. Yes, gotta wait for old camera here to load in, unfortunately. But I hope at least you players.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people here. Who did you say these guys were again?
They are armed figures.
Lovely. Armed figures, and then there's the very obvious vampire coach.
What? Sorry, trying to load up. Yes. That's. Oh. Also, the road leading to the buildings is littered with stray items that look to be haphazardly splayed about. I will also go ahead and pull up this description and paste this into chat. The original description that I read out.
Thank you.
All right, here's your description. The floor is yours.
And did you say this purple rectangle is the coach?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I forgot to indicate the purple rectangle is the coach.
I guess Marlo will just step forward.
Okay. This individual next to you will say, "Hey, what you doing here?"
Come here to investigate the rumors of ghastly creatures and disease-ridden wind.
Rumors. What wind in a mine?
Or at least in the area.
Right. You need the boss's permission, actually. Can't let you through otherwise.
Maybe we speak to the boss then?
Yeah, of course. Boss is right there in that carriage.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say that.
No, let's ask him that.
Right, you approach the carriage, and before long, actually, you'll see that stepping out of the carriage, emerging from the carriage, you'll see a tiefling. You'll see, this particular tiefling is wearing, it looks to be like a suit of some sort. And he'll say, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
We're here to investigate rumors of ghastly creatures and strange wind coming from your mine.
The words right out of my mouth.
I mean, the mine is actually quite dangerous. I'd advise against. I can't stop you. You seem like capable adventurers. It's quite dangerous in the mine. I've actually heard reports of, yes, a particular disease festering in town. I plan to burn the abandoned houses to prevent it from spreading. So, I think I have the situation well taken care of here.
How would burning the houses help?
Well, you know how... I don't know how familiar you are with wooded areas, but if there's a spread of fire, right? You'll want to burn the trees that are in the way to stop it from spreading. So by burning the houses, hopefully the disease, whatever's festering in the mine, will be harder for it to proliferate. So yeah, dangerous area, kind of marked off. Plan to burn these houses down soon. Again, I advise against going in there, but again, I can't stop you.
I don't think disease is generally spread through dead wood.
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing... I understand the analogy, but I have a hard time seeing how the burning down a fire's fuel before it can reach it really walks as a logical through line for this one.
Yeah, he rubs the back of his head. All I know is the disease is coming from the mine. So whatever we can do to, me and my brave soldiers right here, whatever we can do to stop the spread from happening, we're kind of grasping at straws, it feels like, at this, but just like whatever we can do. Just, I don't know what to do.
I mean, if anything, taking down structures in the area would make the wind even less obstructed and make it spread faster, I would think.
Like, is there something in the houses that seems like it would in some way facilitate the spread of a disease?
Perhaps the disease is in the houses. Like how a disease kind of will fester where it's been afflicting the people. Honestly, I don't know for sure. I'm no scientist, but it is...
I don't think that's how diseases walk.
Yeah, well... Anyway, we're just holed up here to... Again, I'm no doctor. It is tricky, though. I know that my theory doesn't sound very valid, especially when people who even are far from Hollow come down with the disease.
Why don't we, investigate the mines? Maybe we can stop whatever's causing this.
Well, yep. Tell my folks that I've given you the right of way. Feel free to check it out, and whatever is in there, because we have not been. It feels a little. Just so you know, heads up, it's a little delicate in there. No one's used the mine in a long time, so it's tricky. It might be a little unstable in there, just for the record.
Thank you for the heads up on that.
Or Delicate is my middle name. As Marlo steps away, accidentally kicks out one of the spokes on one of the wheels.
Huh, you only have one middle name, interesting. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I need to indicate one of the tiefling's horns is green. Interesting.
That's one.
Just one.
I don't mean to be impolite, but the DM described it, so it's probably important. What's up with your horn?
What's up with you? He gestures broadly towards you.
Well, I'm an adventurer. Did you have anything more specific?
What, like my question is about you? Yeah, you have 2 mouths? You have 3? You have at least 3 eyes? Can you, like, see through things? He kind of, like, holds his arms up to cover, like, some of his torso.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Well, I guess you'll be fit to explore that cave, then.
I do see a lot of things, and his 3 eyes all, like, look in different directions.
Huh. Well, if you must know, he gestures towards this horn. As my horn is made of jadeite, I go by Asta Verde, meaning green horn.
Oh. That's awesome. Maybe I'll get one of mine replaced with jade if it breaks off.
He looks over at your horns and says, well, it is difficult to come by, but hey, perhaps you'll find some in the mine, actually, in the cave.
Oh, keep an eye out.
He nods, crosses his arms, and you were finished with the active conversation.
Well, now that we have the boss's permission, I suppose we'll,
Friendship encounter down.
What was that?
Friendship encounter down. Now we just have all the combat encounters.
Right. The perhaps a guard or two will ask you, like, kind of stop you, but then you quickly tell them that, hey, you have the permission to proceed. And you find yourselves at the front of Hollow Mine. It's at this point that you'll actually see that loose planks cover the entrance to the mine.
I guess, let's see. I have a crowbar. I don't remember. I do not, but I could probably use some of those farming tools I got to pry it off, like the hoe, maybe.
Whoa, watch your language. Okay, go and give me an athletics check at advantage.
Alright. Not super proficient in this. Oh, that works.
Ooh. Go ahead and update. You have the last 2 nat 20s. You are able to pry off the boards. Go ahead and reveal
Smooth as
them.
butter.
Alright, I will go ahead and begin polygon revealing. And that you've entered. Let me read a description off for you of the place you find yourself in. The mine's entrance leads into a large cavern supported by wooden beams. At the chamber's center, a derelict wooden elevator rattles in the wind that rushes from the depths of a crumbling mine shaft.
I feel like wind usually doesn't come from inside a mine, but I also don't know that much about mines, so...
That is a pretty ominous sign.
There wasn't much wind down in the Underdark, I will say that.
Well, no time like the present.
The words right out of my mouth.
Alright, as Suchi steps onto the platform first, before Squeak steps onto the platform, Suchi, what is your combined weight?
I'm not sure. Give me a sec.
Sure.
I have to look up the weight of some things.
Okay. Well, actually, sorry. What is Suchi's weight himself?
140.
Okay. Then no need. The elevator platform collapses, and you will drop. You begin to
900
drop
feet.
down a long, long shaft. Do you happen to have something prepared? A particular spell or anything?
I do.
Okay. Let me just look up the spell. Okay. Well, that is excellent because you were about to take 33 damage as you descend down a shaft. 60 feet per round. Shaft is about 100 feet long, and you slowly begin. Basically, your final action will be to descend to a lower portion of the map, which I've just revealed, 100 feet down. If you want to describe how you're casting it as you fall, as the elevator platform collapses.
Gotcha. So Suchi steps onto the elevator platform. It gives out from under him. So Molo says, "Well, no time like the present." As Suchi responds, "You took the words right out of my mouth." After he falls a fair bit, he pulls out he frantically in the air pulls out his wand, gestures around himself, and says, "Featherfall." And as he does so, he begins his descent. His descent slows, and a bunch of ethereal feathers float gently down alongside him to the bottom of the elevator shaft.
All right. Well, thankfully, you were able to grab hold of the situation. You have landed here at the bottom of the shaft safely.
Suchi, are you still alive?
I think so.
Oh, good. Marlo jumps in. No, he doesn't. Are there any ladders or anything else that would make that I could climb down with?
There are no ladders to climb down with.
Let's see. I don't think I have a standard adventurer rope. Is there any rope in this room?
Why don't you give me an investigation check to look around the room?
Oh.
Is it a 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Amazing.
So technically, I believe that's a nat 1.
No. But yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
You find no rope in this room. Maybe there's rope at the bottom of the shaft.
Is there? Is there rope down?
Oh no, there's not. No,
You
no.
lied to me.
Oh, I was lying to Marlo on that one.
all right. Well, then Marlo will just call down. Can you do whatever you did on yourself to stop me from dying if I fall down?
Yeah, if both of you guys jump down, I can break your fall. I don't
with a
see
spell,
a
right?
way back up here. I don't currently see a way back out of here though. So just be sure before you jump.
I have an idea. Hold on. Marlo's gonna step outside and walk up to the guards and say, "Hey, is there any rope around here I could use?"
Rope. Yeah, we got rope. This guard here will pull out his adventurer's pack, explorer's pack, whatever it is, and pull out was it 60? How much feet is in a classic thing?
I think 50.
He's got 50 feet of hempen rope that he'll say, "Why do you need this?"
Oh, we're going down to the mine.
Kind of like looks scared and he like backs off a little. He's like, wait, were you in the mine just now? And he'll like back away a little.
Not proper yet, but we're at the entrance.
Can you roll him a persuasion check?
I'm great at this. Oh wow, I'm great at this.
He'll just kind of like toss the rope down at your feet. And he'll say, good luck in there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you have any more rope, just in case it's really... I assume it's really deep, right?
Yes, Sushi probably can ascertain that he fell 100 feet down.
Mhm.
He'll say, nope, that's all I've got.
Oh, alright. Well, maybe I'll look around and try and find some.
All right,
I'll open this.
while you're
What?
opening that door, Sushi, do you want to do anything down there, or are you just hanging out?
I have to just hang out because if they jump when I'm not
True.
here, they'll die.
Okay. So Marlo, you open this door, and you'll see another guard in there, another armed individual in there. He's kind of looks like he's napping actually.
Do I see any rope lying around?
Can you give me an investigation check?
Yeah, this is my favorite skill to roll. Great.
You don't see any rope lying around. You see that everything is like, it looks like a hurricane blew through here, if you know what a hurricane is, Marlo. Other than that, you don't see, surprisingly, any rope.
Hey, sorry to wake you. Do you have any rope?
How are you waking this guy?
I'm just saying that out loud.
Okay, he does not wake up.
I guess not. I'll close the door.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Okay, if I cut the rope in half, that'll make 100 feet total. Cut it in half down the middle, I mean.
While you're looking around, does Squeak want to do anything up here?
Squeak is just kind of sitting down next to the elevator shaft, chatting with Suchi, occasionally commenting on how she's not going to leave him here.
Aww. Oh, that's so cute. Brings a tear to my eye, actually. All right, then.
Suchi doesn't much like being underground.
Oh no, yeah, Suchi's passing everything. Ugh. Okay. Well, Marlo, feel free, back to you.
Just walk into this crowd and say, hey, does anyone have any spare rope they could borrow? We're planning on going down to the mine.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Oh, you're really capturing all of my strong skills here.
They kind of look at you funny, and then they kind of get back to their business.
Oh, ye gods, you're going into the mine? Everyone just, like, runs away in a blind panic.
Dropping, like, kind of like the Shy Guys from Paper Mario 64, just dropping rope as they flee.
One person comes back and sets all the rope on fire.
So it's like pouring gasoline. I'd be like, what is it even that you're pouring? Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, Marlo will make his way back to the room and be like, well, I found 50 feet of rope, but it sounded like it was deeper than 50 feet.
Yeah, it looks a bit deeper than that.
Oh wait, I have a fun idea. Marlo's gonna... He's gonna take out his room key and drop it down the hole.
Just like hits terminal velocity and just kills instantly. Lodges itself in his brain. The only indication of it being that Squeak just disappears from existence.
All terrifying. All
materializes in your hand. It's bloodstained.
Holy shit. All right, Marlo, you drop the broom key. Before long, it appears in your hand. There is no collision with the ground near Suchi whatsoever.
That never gets old. Anyway.
Suchi's like running out of air down there for some like DM determined reason, and you're laughing. You're laughing up here.
Molo, I think there are higher priority things going on here, Squeak says.
Yeah, you're right. I'll get back to it. Have you found anything?
I don't want to leave Suchi here, but I haven't found anything in the room either. Look, if nothing else, Suchi's evidently got Featherfall prepared today, so he can catch us if we jump.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to find a way that we could get back up afterward. But I guess that can be a problem for future us.
It might have to be. If we level up in the mine, I can take a dimension door. That'll solve all
I feel like if we have X number of encounters, I'll somehow gain additional magic.
We need to fight the equivalent of 28 more goblins.
You're holding that, what was it earlier? Someone had like a mechanical device that had... What were you talking about?
I have no idea. Are you sure you're talking about a conversation you had with us?
Yes, I did not interact with other human beings today, as far as I can remember.
This is a bold assumption, you know, but... Wait, thinking of an abacus?
No, I was thinking of like someone was keeping track of like in an... Someone had like a computer or something, like a tablet on their person to keep track of something. I think it was back in the town of Milpazul. Oh, it was the Town of Awakening singer person. Tungsten Ward had something. I don't remember. I have to look back in the VOD.
Okay. Well, I guess Marlo will call down. I think we're just gonna have to jump, so be prepared to save us.
Always.
Cute.
And on 3, I guess the 2 of us will jump in unison.
All right, the both of you jump. I'll defer to you. I guess they have to fall. Let's see. They fall at least 40 feet if Sushi would like to begin business.
Pretty much have to. Suchi watches up through the elevator shaft for any indication of the 2 of them, wand at the ready, and as soon as he sees them within approximately 60 feet, flicks his wand, points it up at them, and once again utters the words "Featherfall." Although a bunch of ethereal feathers hover around you, seemingly slowing your descent all the way down to the bottom of the mine shaft.
Marlo sneezes.
All right. Yes. Feel free to move your tokens down here. You have all successfully landed at the bottom of the mine shaft without taking any damage.
See, I'm really glad that I had Featherfall
from there. Yeah.
Yeah, that came quite in handy.
Prevented my fucking untimely death. I would have been alive at 3 health. Bottom of this fucking mine shaft. That would have been a really garbage way to get my kill.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Famous last words.
Yeah, 33 damage would have knocked me out currently, because I'm not at full health.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the bottom of the mine. Molo, I trust you have the ability to see in the dark.
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness.
A surprising number of people do.
Yep. It's kind of weird not to. Especially for a drow, in my experience.
Oh, I have the ability to see in the dark. I was just worried about you. As does Squeak.
Oh, okay. Well, guess I'll take the lead.
I can't imagine why I ever would have created Hole without the ability to see in my natural environment. It does make getting to sleep kind of difficult sometimes. Never quite dark enough.
Marlo, as you inch closer to this room, you smell the stench here is horrendous, and you can already see hundreds of humanoid and animal bones filling this chamber in charnel heaps? What does this word mean? Huh? Charnel. I'll have to look that up in just a bit. But first, let me reveal more. Associated with death? Okay. Well, yeah, that's the description I've got for you.
Alright. Now we have multiple paths we can go, though something tells me they might put together anyway, so Marlo's gonna step into the room.
Okay. Well, it's at this point that I'm going to ask you all to roll for initiative.
Not where I thought that was going.
Sick!
Amazing.
Okay. You see that two entities emerge up through the bones upon sensing your movement.
Oh no.
I don't remember what kind these are.
No idea, but no puddings are good puddings.
We're fighting fucking custard.
Alright, give me just a sec to make sure that that their information is public. It is most unfortunate that the jelly below you is first to act. It will move into place. It'll slither over this way. I'll reveal more of the room in just a bit. But until then, it will activate it will attack you with its limb.
It's pseudopod.
It's pseudopod.
Yeah, there you go.
21 to
Yep,
hit.
that hurts. I will have that.
Okay.
Let's see, it's 8. Alright.
It will begin to climb up the wall a little, but more for flavor than anything. Marlo, you're up. I'll also put this indicator on you as you are below half health.
Indeed. Well, this thing appears to be within 5 feet of an ally, so... Oh, well, I'm probably not going to move anyway, so I might as well just steady aim. And I'll try and strike at it with my unarmed strike, because I don't remember how these guys react to fire, and I'm curious. Yeah, should have been an advantage, but whatever. I assume a 24 hits a slot.
24 hits, feel free to roll again if you like.
Alright,
Alright, 24 will hit. Alright, apply the 17. You burn off very healthy chunks of it away that disappear into the smoke that transpires.
and I will end my turn there.
Alright. This jelly up here is up and is going to slither over at a particular speed of... That is quite slow. It goes ka-cha-ka-cha, ka-cha-ka-cha. Comes in, Sushi and Squeak, you're up.
that thing's speed seems to be 10 feet then, right?
Yes. I probably should have had it make the dash action, but that's okay.
I regret being in this particular place, but oh well, we'll live. I am going to attack this one
Okay.
with Way of Frost, but it's unfortunately going to be at disadvantage because the other one is within 5 feet.
Okay.
That is very unfortunate.
Does it still hit?
Oh, it does still hit.
Hell
Slimes, man.
yeah. So, for Storos, that is 5 cold damage, but the hilarious thing is its speed is now reduced to 0.
Nice.
Because Way of Frost reduces your speed by 10
Incredible.
until the start of my next turn. Hell yeah. So that guy just can't move now.
Remember the dancing items versus the gibbering mouthers?
Yep. Okay. So that's the end. So that is Suchi, and next up is Squeak, who's going to attack the same one. Not at disadvantage, though she does technically have to shoot through both Suchi and Lola, so I'll leave it up to lighting
I
discretion.
will
if that's
impose no soft cover on this creature for Squeak's attack.
Yay! Does a 24 hit then?
24 absolutely hit.
That's 8 force damage to it.
Okay. I'll apply it. You blow out a few chunks of it.
Way. Alright. That's going to be the end of our turn then.
All right. Next up is this jelly over here. And it's going to, so flavorfully, it's going to like, kind of like fall onto Marlo, but it's going to be just doing a pseudopod attack again. For a 21 to
Ow!
hit.
Yep. 17 again, so yeah, I'll have that.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and put the below quarter indicator on you. As if you hadn't have that, it would have dropped you.
Marlowe's going to attack, then I'm going to use the bathroom.
Okay. Alright, assume a steady aim, okay. According to my calculations, that's enough to bring it below a quarter.
He just left, so I don't think he had any plans to do anything else.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and take it over to this jelly's turn up here. It's going to go 5, 10. And
I just reduced speed by 10.
right. Now, I have a question about the dash action. I assume if your speed is 10, you dash up to 20, but then it's reduced by 10, or does it like...
So, I'm not 100% certain, because I'm pretty sure that technically the way it functions is that the dash action is like you are dedicating both your action and your movement to moving. So I think it technically would just be like doubling your base speed. So if your base speed is 0, then your speed after a dash would be 0. But let me look it up just to be sure.
Okay. Based on what I'm initially looking up, it does sound like you're correct. As in, like, since its speed is 0, its dash would be 0 times 2, for a total of 0.
Jeremy Crawford's stance is the dash action has no effect on your speed. It gives you extra movement equal to your speed. So if your speed is 0, then if your speed is reduced to 0 by Sentinel feet, dash action will give you 0, not your original speed.
Okay. In that case,
And Jeremy Crawford confirms that that interpretation is correct.
okay. In that case, it will hold an action.
Cool.
I'll take it over to you and Squeak.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm actually going to cast Ray of Frost on it again. 1 second.
Do you need us to go to the Be Right Back screen, or are you still looking up like speed interactions? Well, I guess I'll take us there for now. Hey everyone. All right, that's it for this week. Catch us next Wednesday as we do Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Wednesday at around 10:30 Eastern. As far as Radiant Citadel is concerned, shooting for actually the 14th of April, so won't be meeting on April 17th. I hope you all have a good night. Stay awesome, stay kind, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.